is Wednesday, July 1st, 2020, and you are tuned into Dirt Tracker Daily. I'm Justin Fiedler. It's been a rough couple of days for sprint car races, big sprint car races in this country. Monday, we found out there will be no Kings Royal in 2021, and we found out yesterday that there will also be no Knoxville Nationals. Knoxville had held out hope that they could get a plan approved to allow 12,000 fans onto the property for the Nationals, down from the 20,000 plus who are normally at the event, but state and local officials would not give them the go-ahead. So instead of trying to run the Nationals in front of their approved crowd of 7,000, they've decided to not hold the event in 2021. There will still be racing that weekend, though, with the track announcing they've scheduled 3 nights with the World of Outlaws Sprint Cars, August 13th through the 15th, culminating Saturday night with the 50,000 to win and 3,000 to start Capitani Classic. A crowd of 7,000 spectators will be allowed each night of the new 3-day event. The 360 Nationals at Knoxville, scheduled for August 6th through the 8th, is still on as originally planned. I know this is obviously not the announcement everybody had hoped for. Certainly a lot of upset people, around the sprint car community and around, the racing and motorsports community yesterday as a whole. But I really want to shout out the racetrack here. They made every possible effort they could to try to make this happen. And big kudos to them for still finding a way to have racing and to put up big money for sprint car teams on Saturday night. I know it certainly won't be the Nationals, but there will still be sprint cars at Knoxville in August, which is, at this point, we will certainly take it. And to hear 410 engines around Knoxville on that Saturday night will still be, something that we will all look forward to and something we can all still look forward to, even though it won't necessarily be the Knoxville Nationals. So again, tough situation, but kudos to Knoxville and everybody there for making something out of nothing, really. And I think this just continues to show you that there's still a lot of things going on in this country, and we all need to be doing our parts to try to make this situation as good as it can be, and keep your family safe and do all of the things that you can do to help the situation if you can. If you need more information about the announcement or the event itself, you can find that at KnoxvilleRaceway.com. Over to some racing. Pennsylvania Speedweek continued last night with the tour moving to Grandview Speedway for $10,000 to win. Christopher Bell started the feature from the pole with Freddie Rahmer to his outside. Bell was the early leader over Rahmer and Sammy Swindell, but this was not Bell's night. Only a handful of laps in, Kyle Reinhardt had issues in turn 1 and slowed to a stop right in front of Bell, who could not avoid contact. The resulting damage was enough to end Bell's race. That handed the lead to Freddie Rahmer, but the feature was quickly again under caution, this time for an incident involving Reinhardt and Rico Abreu. Both drivers were okay, but are also done for the night. On the restart, Rahmer continued to lead. As the 51 started into lap traffic, Larson cleared Swindell for second and set sail to try and run Rahmer down. A caution with 10 laps remaining put Larson right on Rahmer's tail tank, but Larson couldn't mount a charge on the ensuing restart. As the feature began to wind down, though, Larson reeled Rahmer in, and with 2 laps remaining, Larson slid Rahmer in turn 1 and cleared him to lead, coming to the white. Larson gapped Rahmer on the final lap to take the win at Grandview. It was Larson's first win of the week, and the night's performance was good enough to see him take over the Speedweek point standings. He now leads Danny Dietrich by 28 points. Speedweek action moves tonight to Port Royal Speedway, with tonight's race paying $7,000 to win. Again, another great race from PA Speedweek. Certainly would expect more of the same tonight at Port Royal Speedway. If you've watched any of the racing from Port Royal this season, including what was a week ago now with the All-Stars there with Anthony Macri just banging the boards there to win that race, I think we should be in for some good action tonight with guys like Rico and Larson challenging Pennsylvania guys here for this thing this week. So should be a good one tonight at Port Royal. You can watch that live on Speed Shift and on Flow Racing. Also racing tonight is the 50th running of the Tony Hulman Classic at Terre Haute Action Track for the USAC National Sprint Cars. Justin Grant enters the night as the series points leader, and he's won 3 of the last 4 races. Chase Stockin won the Hulman Classic last year. Fans are allowed to attend, and Dirt Car Modifieds are also on the docket for tonight. If you cannot be there, you can certainly watch all of the action also live on Flow Racing tonight. Again, Justin Grant continuing to dominate USAC Sprint Cars. Would certainly expect more of the same tonight, but should be a good one. Check that one out if you are looking for a little racing action. In other news from USAC, the series announced yesterday that the upcoming July 15th race at Eldora Speedway has been canceled because of COVID restrictions in Ohio. If you'd like more information about that announcement, you can find it at eldoraspeedway.com. And the Super Dirt Car Series event, originally scheduled for July 7th at Ransomville Speedway, has been pushed back to August 24th in accordance with local guidelines. If you want to see more information about that or the Super Dirt Car Series schedule, you can find that at superdirtcarseries.com. I want to take a check of some of the new podcast episodes this week from some of your favorite shows. Wing Nation has Logan Schuchart and Sam Haferteep Jr. this week. No new episodes so far this week from Rip the Fence. They still have the Kyle Larson episode from last week posted. The Top Shelf Racing podcast has Zach Olivier and Mailbag this week. The Dirt Nerds are back with talk about Jackson Nationals, the Firecracker, and Ohio Sprint Speedweek preview, which we will also talk about Ohio Speedweek here coming up over the next day or so. Late Model Live has the news, or Late Model Live, Dirt on Dirt has new podcast Suave Talk with Zach Mitchell. And then also the Dirt from Knoxville has 12 questions with Kelby Watt and Ryan Giles. So a bunch of new podcast episodes to check out this week from your favorite shows. If you would like to check those out, you can find those at DIRTRACKR.com/podcast. All of that is available there and updates all of the time. As new episodes come out, that show or that page updates automatically. There is a busy pay-per-view schedule for tonight. A lot of shows on the docket, and this kind of Flow Racing Speed Shift thing right now with Flow acquiring Speed Shift means all these shows on Speed Shift are also being simulcast on Flow Racing. So very long list of shows tonight. Dirt on Dirt has super late models from I-30 Speedway. Dirt Track Digest TV has a pair of shows from Fonda and Can-Am. Dirt Vision has Dirt Car Esports tonight, 360 sprint cars at Kokomo. And then Flow Racing has a ton of shows, USAC sprint cars at Terre Haute. They've got weekly racing at Atomic, Thunderhill, and Action Track USA. They've also got the Port Royal PA Speedweek show, and then also Midwest Madness Tour for Kossuth County Speedway. And then they also have the simulcast of the Dirt on Dirt show, the I-30 Speedway event. Race and Dirt has USRA stock cars, B-Mods, and hobby stocks from Hamilton County. And then the Kossuth County, Port Royal, Atomic, Thunderhill, Action Track, all of those shows are also on Speed Shift as well. And then Speed Sport TV has IMCA racing from Off-Road Speedway tonight. So ton of stuff on the pay-per-view schedule tonight. A lot of stuff to watch and get into if you're looking for some dirt racing on this Wednesday to kind of help you get through the weekend. If you want to see that full list of the schedule for tonight, you can find that at DIRTRACKR.com/watch tonight. Again, that pay-per-view schedule updated every single day with what is going on across the landscape of, these streaming services. And DIRTRACKR.com, if you haven't checked it out lately, a lot of cool stuff going on. I'm up to 226 races are in the Dirt Tracker Analytics section between the World of Outlaws Sprint Car Series and World of Outlaws Late Model Series, plus all of the accompanying stats, the driver rating, top fives, top tens, wins, all of those things that we've got going. I've got the who's hot, so you can see who's got the best average finish over the last 5 races between the two between the two series. And then you can click on all the individual drivers to see all of their individual stats plus race results. So a lot of stuff happening still at the DIRTRACKR.com analytics project. And then again, you can find the podcast there, updated point standings, new videos, all of that going on at DIRTRACKR.com. So check that out if you haven't lately. Also, I know I've mentioned this a few times. If you're on TikTok, check me out over there with Dirt Tracker. I'm doing some short little snippet videos, something to kind of keep you updated throughout the day and throughout the week. Just some shorter things. Just having a little fun over there, trying it out. So if you're on TikTok, certainly check me out over there as well. That's the show for today. Hope everybody has a good Wednesday. If you lost my notes there for a second. That's the show for today. You can find Dirt Tracker Daily on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, or where you get podcasts. Please subscribe, leave a review. You can also watch the show every day on YouTube and Facebook. You can email the show at info@dirttracker.com, and you can follow along at facebook.com/dirttracker, twitter.com/dirttracker, and the website itself, dirttracker.com. You can follow me on Twitter at Justin_Fiedler, and don't forget to sign up for the Dirt Tracker weekly newsletter on the site. That's the show for today. Hope everybody has a good Wednesday. Thanks for tuning in. We will see you tomorrow for more Dirt Tracker Daily.